It is once again a Friday afternoon at 6:30 in the p.m. And what a joyous day this has been. As a matter of fact, the weather is perfect. Couldn't be better. There are lots of activity, things going on all over the city of Chicago. We are fortunate because there are so many of our neighbors in other states, so many places where the weather is wreaking havoc, especially on the East Coast in Florida and South Carolina and some other places. But Chicago is picture perfect. And I'm here with you for the next 25 minutes. And I thank you for the opportunity to be able to do so. Joining with me is Reverend Paul Jakes Jr., a social activist who is trained in ministry as well as other kinds of activity, pastors a church, and also works of regular stuff. So it's a pleasure to be here with all of you. Let me begin by thanking the President of the United States of America, the Honorable Joe Biden. And so you might ask, why am I thanking President Biden? I am thanking him because he has been able to do what no other president in the history of the United States of America has been able to do. And that is lower the cost of prescription drugs for senior citizens in this country. And he did that. We passed an act, the Reduction Act, Inflation Reduction Act, that allowed us to get down to the point where we could negotiate with the pharmaceutical companies and we could set a cap on insulin where individuals on Medicare will not have to pay more than $35 a month for their insulin medicine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And there are millions
Absolutely.
of individuals
Absolutely.
who use insulin each and every day.
That's right.
And if that wasn't something, then he comes back and 2 days ago made an announcement that not only have we put a cap on insulin, but he identified 10 other prescription drugs that are commonly in use. Blood thinners and everything else that people who are diabetic, who have type 2 diabetes, as I do, where those drugs are going to be negotiated for cost with what is called Big Pharma, the pharmaceutical companies. So if you are a senior citizen, but if you're any kind of citizen, you ought to join with me and thank President Joe Biden for what he has been able to accomplish and able to do. So yeah, Paul, a hand clap for the president wouldn't be a bad thing.
Well, a hand clap for the president and for you, because you helped to bring this about. And you know, I'm a diabetic as well, and this directly impacts me. Matter of fact, everything that you've been doing and the president's been doing has actually been impactful to either me or the members of my church. And for that, you know, we just say thank you for the fight, even during this season where there's not a majority in the House, but you have somehow been able to make sure that people came on board, make this happen.
So you're pretty happy about that also.
I am.
Well, that's a good thing, because if we can be happy as individuals, that's a prelude to being happy as a neighborhood, happy as a community, happy as a city, happy as a state, and happy as a nation.
Yes.
So it's a good day.
Yes.
My daddy was alive, he'd probably sing a song, because he used to sing this song. It's a good day for moving along, and it's a good day for singing a song. It's a good day.
Yeah.
Everything is right, and nothing can go wrong.
Yes.
Because it's a good day
Yeah.
for shining your shoes, and it's a good day for losing your blues. I said to the morning sun,
Yeah.
good morning, son.
Yeah.
You gotta get her going. If you want to make a showing, you got to ride.
Sing it, Congressman, sing
So
it.
it's a good day. Well, we got other stuff to be happy about.
Yeah.
We were out at Soldier Field not long ago.
What happened
with
out
the
there?
governor
Yes, sir.
of the state of Illinois, the Honorable J.B. Pritzker, one of the very best governors that the state of Illinois has ever had, and one of the very best governors in the United States of America. And why do I say that?
Yes, sir.
I say it because the governor has been able to guide our state through the coronavirus pandemic. And Illinois, we had a lot of people die. We had a lot of people who got sick.
Yes, sir.
But we did better than many other states.
Yes, sir.
In terms of weathering the storm.
Yes, sir.
And I want to take my hat off to the governor. Plus, he made a great speech today about historically black colleges and universities.
Oh, man, that's good.
And about this football game that's going to take place tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
At Soldier Field. So I want to give a hand clap
the classics,
to Larry Huggins and to the Rand brothers.
Yes.
All of the individuals who have been engaged. There seemed to be momentum gathering.
Oh,
and if you don't already have your tickets, call in somewhere and get one. Or go to the game. There's going to be room for you there. And come on out and see Mississippi Valley College. We used to call it MVC. And we admired them because they had some good looking warm-ups and uniforms. They were green and white.
Are you talking about the football team
I'm
or
talking about the basketball team, the football team.
Or the cheerleaders?
I'm talking about the cheerleaders, all of them. They were, I've been there.
Yes, sir.
I know where it is. I've been to Itta Bena, Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
So I've been all through there. Not only did I go to the college when I was last down there, but I also went by and visited the Community Health Center, which was the very first one established in the nation.
Yes,
of
sir.
all of them, that was the very first one. So they're playing Central State, and it's going to be a knockdown, drag-out battle.
Oh,
we got a lot of people in Chicago who went to Central State.
Oh, yeah.
My good friend Richard Boykin.
Yes,
Our
sir.
good friend Richard Boykin.
Yes, yes.
Unfortunately, his mother just passed away.
Yes, yes.
So I'm going to send out condolences to him
Our
and to
condolences,
his family.
Yes, indeed.
But he went to Central State. I actually did some work for Central State one time. I worked to help Central State and Wilberforce merge their two infirmaries and establish a federally qualified or community health center at that location.
Wow.
One is across the street from the other.
Yes, sir.
And I had a contract with the outfit that already existed to try to help them create, rather than have two college infirmaries. And they actually named it after the director of one of the infirmaries. I think it may have been a Dr. Jackson. I'm not totally sure, but I think I'm correct.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm in love with both of them.
Yes, sir.
So I like MVC.
Yes, sir.
I also like Central State, and whichever one wins, that's going to be my winner.
Absolutely. Well, it's a good thing when folks can work together. I know the African Fest is going on as well in Washington Park, and there are all people lined up over there big time.
Oh, I was the grand baba one year.
Baba.
Yeah, one year they gave me a big old robe.
Yes,
and
sir.
a thing to carry, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And so I'm urging people to get on out to Washington Park and take in all these festivities that are going on as we move to the point of Labor Day. This is a Labor Day weekend, and I want to give a shout out to organized labor for how much they have meant and continue to mean to America. As a matter of fact, they are the sources of many good paying jobs. And if there's some young people out there listening and you have not decided yet what you want to do from a work vantage point, go over to the St. Paul Church of God in Christ and see Elder Ford. Join up. He's got a great training program going on there where you can learn how to be a carpenter. You can learn how to be a bricklayer. You can learn how to be an electrician. You can learn how to be a plumber.
Absolutely.
You can learn how to be a sheet metal worker. And you can make yourself a whole bunch of money once you become a unionized whatever it is that you decide to become.
Tell them about the 4-H club that you were in, Congressman.
Well, I tell you, when you get over there, though, tell Elder Ford that we sent you, that we told you that this was just a great place to go. When you're in Rome, I suggest you do as the Romans do.
Yes,
where I grew up, and we joined things. Two of the things that we joined was the Future Farmers of America. It was the FFA, Future Farmers of America. That took the place of the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, and some other kind of groups. We didn't have as many of. But our main group was the 4-H club. We learned so much good stuff there and had so many experiences. And it was based on 4 things. And it all began with an H. Your head, your heart, your hands, and your health. And you learn to say that pledge. Just like we learn to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes, sir.
We learn to say the 4-H pledge.
Oh.
Yeah. I pledge my head to clear thinking. My heart to greater Lord.
My heart to Lord.
My hands for useful service. And my health for the betterment of our society, for our country, for our nation, for all that is good and great. So be a joiner. You can join lots of things. You don't have to join what's called the gang. You can join other things. I even belonged to the Bible club when I was growing up.
Yes, sir.
And so we join things. Take advantage of this wonderful summer atmosphere. I will have, I hope, at least 100 young people who will be out at the park with us. We've distributed more than 100 tickets. And so we hope that all of the young people are going to make it, and they will see these magnificent musicians beating the drum. You know, I remember the other little things we used to have. It says, soldier, soldier, will you marry me with your fife and drum? It says, no, pretty miss, I can't marry you. I have no clothes to put on. So the young lady went off and bought the fellow some clothes, and he came back with his new clothes, and she saw him, and she said, soldier, soldier, will you marry me with your fife and drum? He says, no, pretty miss, I can't marry you. I have no shoes to put on. So she ran out to the Skechers to the shoe store, got him some Stacey Adams and some Knox. Came back, here he is again. Now he all dressed up and everything, so she knew she had him. She says, soldier, soldier, will you marry me with your fife and drum and all these other things you put on? And he says, no, pretty miss, I can't marry you. I got a pretty little wife at home. So go out and have some fun and enjoy and have a good time. And watch these outstanding athletes, watch these drum majors, watch these cheerleaders. Be a part of it, and don't sit back in the house saying ain't nothing to do. There's nothing for me to do. I ain't got no chance to do this. You got every chance in the world. All you got to do is take it. Take it. And I am grateful that I live in a country where, like the United States of America, where we can provide things for people, scholarships for young people who want to go to college, health care for senior citizens who may be getting up in age, SNAP benefits for people who might be hungry, clothing for people who might not have what they need. And so the world is like an open gate, an open door. You just have to decide to walk in it. And we sing a song at church.
What's that song?
Walk in the light.
Beautiful light.
Yes, sir. Visions of daylight and mercy shine bright.
Yes.
Oh, there's so many wonderful things to be thankful for and to be optimistic about. Yeah, we've got some splits and some difficulties politically. Yeah, we got Democrats and Republicans and Dixiecrats and No-Grats. Yeah, we sometimes have difficulty agreeing on things. But I've had a wonderful August. We usually take a recess in August So we've had a great time. We've been doing town hall meetings all over the place. We've done Maywood, Bellwood, Broadview, Hillside,
Westchester
last night. We've done telehealth. We've done telemedicine. We as a matter of fact, we had 5,000 individuals on a telephone town hall a few days ago, especially for senior citizens, especially for people who may be confined to their home and can't get out. And we've had a couple of youth town halls where we have had young people. I think you may have attended.
I certainly did. Adams is
at the Major Adams Boys Club. I mean, what was your impression of these interactions with young people?
My impression is that these young people were just honored to have your presence there, and that the young people found out that there are many organizations that have embraced them and have shown love. One lady has taken her own money and put money into making sure young people have Bibles, books that talk about Black Proud and being able to say that they're beautiful. I think that young people are finding out that there are many opportunities to be able to survive even in the midst of a season that just passed, a COVID period, that they can still survive and that they can take advantage of institutions of learning and recreational centers. I think the one at the I think it was on the south side, I'm trying to say the right name. Ombudsman School was awesome. Young people talked, they shared ideas and solutions, and what a wonderful occasion to be able to hear them and to know that everyone, all the young people, should not be dumped into one category as being out of control.
Well, our problems. You know, people get so orientated towards problems until they create problems. And many people think every time you come together that you're coming to address problems or to deal with problems. Sometimes you just come together to try and figure out solutions to problems. And you just come together to be with other people. We used to sing a song, the more you get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends, and all kind of friends are friends and friends. So you don't always have to be just talking gloom and doom.
Could I make an announcement for September the 7th? Clergy are coming together with a Zoom call, but not only the clergy, but the whole community is welcome. And all they have to do is call 773-533-7520, and we'll get them all the flyer for they can Zoom in to that meeting.
Well, we look forward always to talking with clergy because these are the men and women who provide leadership and guidance and direction. And so we want to thank them. We also want to thank all of you who have been viewing these 25 minutes. It's certainly been a pleasure with me, Reverend Jakes, and what about you?
It's been a pleasure, Congressman, being with you, you know, and I did want to tell folks about the Washington, D.C. trip, going to the March on Washington for the 60th anniversary. But this has been a great time, and, you know, I think you almost got to singing tonight.
Well, thank you very much. Our time is just about out, but before it go, let's end like this. The more we get together,
the happier we'll be. Yes.
And
absolutely.
we've had a wonderful time with you, and
Thank
we'll
you.
see you next week.
Take care.
All right.